Hello, today's lesson is going to be over writing equations and inequalities. As always, if you need to if you get to a point where you need to stop the video so that you can write down the notes, please feel free to do so. I'm just going to go ahead and go through and explain these notes. All right, so sum, and when you see the word sum, what we're doing here, I guess let me back up. What we're doing here is we are going to take we're going to take sentences that are written in words and make them into a math sentence or a math equation or a math inequality. So there are keywords that we need to know and words that go with symbols with the verbal meaning. All right. So we have sum. Sum means to add. Difference means to subtract. Product means to multiply. And quotient means to divide. Now the majority of us are used to that. Okay, so now we need to look at some other words. All right. So if you are going to use the symbol equal, here's the symbol. It means equal. The verbal words you're going to see in a sentence are is or the same. Now, this is not an all-inclusive list. This is just a way to get started to make you start thinking through the process of these words. All right. If you see a symbol like this, it means not equal. So the sentence will say is not, and it'll give you a number, or is not equal to, and give you a number. Greater than will have the words more than. Greater than or equal to will have the words at least. Because if something is going to be, if this side is greater than or equal to, it is at least that amount. Okay? It will be more, but it's at least that amount. Less than is fewer than. Less than or equal to is at most or no more than. So let's say you're going to go to the store and buy some games, but you can spend no more than $90. Okay? So you're going to spend no more than $90. That means that the games that you buy have to be equal to $90 or less than $90. So because you have no more than $90 to spend, so it has to be less than or equal to the money you have in your pocket. All right. There's a couple of things that you do have to watch out for. If it says is less than, that's going to be an inequality. But if it says less than, that means it's going to be subtraction. So you really have to focus and pay attention. If there is an is in front of the word less than, we're going to be using the inequality sign. Okay, so I only have a few examples here that we are going to write out. If you want to, go ahead and you can keep writing on that same piece of paper that you have. All right, you don't have to get a new piece of paper. I'm just doing this so that we have a fresh start here. All right, the difference of twice a number, K, I'm going to try to squeeze this in, and 8 is 12. Okay, the difference of twice the number K and 8 is 12. All right, so let's break this sentence down. Difference means subtract. Twice the number K, 2K. It's twice the number. 8 is 8. The word is means equal. And 12 is 12. Now, the trick that I've learned is when you're dealing with where it says product, quotient, difference, or sum, this word will always be placed in the position of the and sign. So watch. We're going to write 2K minus, because that's where and is, 8 equals 12. Pretty easy, huh? All right, number 2. The product, and you know what, I do say it's pretty easy. There's some of us, I know that it's taken me a long time to get to where I can see this, and now I can write it. Y'all, do not get frustrated. This just takes practice. The product of 6 and a number n is at least 24. All right. Now, I love writing the symbols on my sentence so that I can write the equation or the inequality. I cannot just look at this sentence and say, oh, this is the inequality. So I write it out step by step. So we have the product of 6 and a number n. Now, why did I put that together? Because it just kept continuing. The product of 6 and a number n, okay? So you can also look, product means multiply. The word and is right there. So you have 6 times the letter n. So I'm going to write 6n. Then we have is at least greater than or equal. So that's greater than or equal to. Because it's going to be, the 6n is going to be at least 24. Okay, so then we have just the 24. So the product of 6 and a number n is at least 24. So this side of your inequality is going to be greater than or equal to 24. Let me say this one again. The product, just listen to my words. The product of 6 and a number is at least 24. You have to start at 24 and work up from there. Because the product of 6n is at least 24. So it's going to be 24 or greater than. So this side has to be, it's where the alligator mouth is open. Okay? Sometimes you just have to say it a few times and think about it before you figure out which sign you have. All right. For less than a number, x, is no more than 12. All right. So we have a 4. And we have the word less than. Now, right here, I showed you, it says less than means subtraction. We don't have that word is in front, so it's not an inequality. So we have subtract. A number x, so we have x, a number, which is x, is no more than, okay, so this side of my sign cannot be larger than my number 12. This information is no more than 12. So I have to use less than or equal to. Now, one thing about less than, I'm starring that, because when you deal with less than, when you see it like this, you actually have to flip-flop these. Because listen to me, for less than x, I have to know the value of x before I can take the 4 out. Okay? I have to know the value of x before I can subtract 4. Because this is going to be for less than x. So I have to know what is x. I'm going to subtract 4. And the whole thing is going to be no more than 12. I would definitely make sure when you're doing your homework, you're watching this chart right here to make sure that you're following the inequalities. Make sure that you pay attention to the is less than or less than. And know that that subtraction always means that you're going to flip the numbers on either side of it. If you have any questions, I'll be here to answer them.